says I'm a special little guy. I am a princess.
And I am a prince.
Mom says I'm an angel sent down from the sky.
My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one is as handsome, strong as me. It's true he indulges my tendency to bulge. I'm a little soldier, have to fall.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. Well, look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day got chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me.
My daddy says I'm such a little soldier. No one is as bold or tough as me. Has my daddy told ya? When we were older, I could be a soldier and shoot you in the face.
Only move for beauty and brilliance these days. See that there are millions of these 1 in a million these days. Specialness seems every year above averages and will go figure. Is it some modern miracle of calculus? As such frequent miracles don't equal up miraculous?
My mommy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day got chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a pretty fairy. She has never seen prettier than me. She says if I'm keen I should cut down on the cream. But I'm a Marilyn and some give me more cake.
Take another picture of our angel from this angle over here. What, dear?
Honey, look at mommy. Hug it on your brother. Hug for mommy, smell for mother. If you please, we'll take another.
Haven't you just reporting on the sea on his report?
What?
Haven't been to school, the teacher's clearly polished on.
He's dressed like a
Might she be a little brighter than her clothes?
I guess he's definitely advanced.
Take another picture of us.
I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day got chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a miracle. That I'm as tiny and as shiny as a miracle. You can be all cynical, but it's a truth and miracle. There's never been a miracle as miracle as.
Look, Doctor, how much longer is this going to take? I've got a plane to catch at 3. I'm competing in the biannual International Amateur Salsa Ballroom Dancing Championships in Paris.
You're getting on a plane, Mrs. Wormwood.
Of course I am. I always compete, Doctor. And this time I've got a secret weapon. Rodolfo. He's not Italian, you know. Very supple. Has incredible upper body strength.
I think we should have a talk.
So, what is it? What's wrong with me?
You really have no idea.
Gas?
Mrs. Wormwood, I want you to think very carefully. What do you think might be the cause of this?
Look, am I fat?
Mrs. Wormwood, you're pregnant.
What?
You're going to have a baby.
But I've already got a baby. I don't want another one. Isn't there something you can do?
You're 9 months pregnant.
Antibiotics, though? Oh my good lord. What about the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championships in Paris?
A baby, Mrs. Wormwood. A child. One of the most precious natural gifts the world can bestow upon us has been handed to you. A life, a brand new life. It's about to come into your life. To bring love and joy and happiness and wonder.
Oh, bloody hell!
Every life I bring into this world restores my faith in kind.
I'll push you in a minute!
One life a canvas gets upgraded. There's still a broken skin. There's some smoking a cigarette.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doctor. What am I thinking? This calls for a proper smoker. Oh my good Lord, he's an ambulance, right?
This is one of the most beautiful children I've ever seen.
Oh my good Lord, where is it? Maggie!
His what?
It's what do they call it? It's Doodle. What have you done with the boy? Maggie!
Mr. Wormwood, this child does not have a thingy.
What? A boy with no faith? Look what you've done, you stupid woman. This boy's not that Maggie!
Mr. Wormwood, this child is a girl.
Assistant under the biannual Intometrus sausage.
Dance competition's finished, you missed it. You don't suppose it's a shame for a boy, do you?
This is the worst day of my life. Oh, my undercarriage doesn't feel quite normal. My skin looks just revolting in this phosphorescent light, and its gown is something like the semi-formal, semi-Spanish gown I should be wearing in the semi-finals tonight. I should be dancing tarantella, little fella, I don't know, not dressed in the least bit of cotton, with an ouchie front bottom, and this horrible, smelly little horrible animal I have ever seen.
I can't find his blanket money!
Every life is unbelievable.
My body says I'm a miracle.
Just of existence, almost infinitely.
Infinitely so.
Common thing in life is life, and every breath you life is a miracle.
My body says I'm a miracle, but look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day don't drop the umbilical cord, it's clear that I'm here for a miracle like me. My body says I'm a miracle. I'm as tiny and as shiny as a miracle. You can make rocks to the gold, it's such a miracle. There's never been a miracle, a miracle, a miracle.
My mind says I'm the lousy little worm. My daddy says I'm a bore. My mommy says I'm a jumped up little jerk, and kids like me should be against the law. My daddy says I should learn to shut my pie hole. No one likes a smart mouth girl like me. Mom says I'm a good case for population control. Dad says I should watch more TV.
Yes, sir! 154 brand new luxury car, sir! Yes, they're good runners, sir. Well, let's put it this way. You gonna be in the race? No, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed, sir. They're good runners, sir. So, how much you check?
Harry, look! She's reading a book! That's not normal for a 5-year-old! I think she might be an idiot.
This is it. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom.
Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy!
I'm a girl! Shut up! And she keeps trying to tell me stories, Harry! Stories? I mean, who wants stories?
I'll call you straight, mate, sir. Won't you please shut up? I'm trying to pull off the biggest business deal of my life, and I understand dashing businessman, very stupid. And your genius husband is going to sell them 155 old buggy cars as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. What about the Russians? Their cars will break down.
Fair, listen to the boy. Fair that gets you anywhere, you thick-headed trick right. Now, thank the heavens, my son Michael has inherited his own Paul's rights. Michael!
Well, I shan't take the money when you earn it. And I shan't spend it. But I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you treated me tonight!
This is your fault. You and your stupid books and your stupid reading.
But that's all right. I didn't do anything.
Right. Well, in a few days' time, you're off to school, and you won't be getting right there. I know your headmistress, Edith von Schwarzkopf, and I'm told all about your smarty pants ideas. Right, big, strong, scary bitches. Used to be in the Olympics, you know, throwing a hammer. And you can only imagine what she's gonna do to a nasty, little twat like you, boy.
I'm a girl!
Shut up! Get off the bed! brain. Now, the secret to my success, yes, that's it, boy. The secret to my success in business is this. Let me show you. This. Oil a boiling tent of it for me. Stand back, sir. The alcohol's going away.
Matilda, a pleasure to see you. Here in the library again, are we?
Yes. I mean, my mom wanted me to stay over with her. She hates it when I go. She misses me so much. My dad too. He loves having me around. But I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space.
Your parents must be so proud to have a girl as clever as you are. And do you tell them stories, like you tell me? Oh, how I love your stories, Matilda. And that's not ending, by the way. But if you did have a story that you happen to want to tell me...
Goodbye, Miss Hubbs.
Goodbye, Miss Honey. Goodbye, Miss Honey. Good luck on the Tolstoy. As I was saying, Matilda, if you did have a story that you wanted to tell me...
Who was that lady?
That lady. That was Miss Honey. She's going to be your teacher.
She's going to be my teacher?
Yes, your teacher. Now, are you going to tell me a story or not?
Once upon a time...
Wait.
Once upon a time, the two greatest service performers in the world, an escapologist who could escape from any lock ever invented, and an acrobat who was so skilled that it seemed as though she could actually fly, fell in love and got married. They performed some of the most incredible feats together anyone had ever seen, and people would come from miles around. Kings, queens, celebrities, and astronauts. And not just to see their skill, but their love for each other. Which was said to be so deep that cats would purr as they passed, and dogs would weep with joy. They moved into a beautiful old house on the edge of town. And in the evenings, they would go on walks and take in the air. only had to cry, tricks, tricks, and the great performers would instantly oblige and put on the most spectacular show just for them. But even though they loved each other, and even though they were famous, and everyone loved them, they were sad.
We have everything.
We have everything the world has to offer, said the wife. But the one thing in the world we want most,
But the one thing.
we do not have a child. Patience, my love, the husband replied. Time is on our side. Even time loves us.
Oh, Matilda.
The time is the one thing no one is master of. And as time passed, they grew quite old and still had no child. And each night, they would listen up the emptiness of their big house and imagine how beautiful it would be if it was filled with the sound of a child playing.
Matilda, this is very sad.
And so, their work drew them on to greater feats, as their work became the place that they could escape the inescapable tragedy of their lives. And so, it was said that they would perform the most incredible feat ever known to man. And it was called, the husband announced to the press, who had gathered to listen with bated breath. It is called the Burning Woman! Hallelujah! With dynamite in her hair, over sharps and spiky objects, pulled by the man, locked in a cage, and it will be never feet, never known to man! It is our destiny, said the wife, smiling and slipping her hands sadly into his. It's where the loneliness of life has led us.
Well, what happened?
I don't know, not yet anyway.
Well, I mean, isn't there just a little bit more? I mean, just a bit more. Well, I suppose your mother will be waiting for you. I'd love to meet her, perhaps
Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps. I'll see you tomorrow.
after your first day of school.
He says, I'm a miracle.
My daddy says I'm his special little
I am a princess.
I am a prince.
Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel.
So you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess you will soon see. So escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. Cause your life, cause you know it's ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I'm trapped inside this cage for ages, this living hell. If I try I can remember, like before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bells. If you was curious, so listen my ask 1,000 questions, but unless you want to suffer, listen up and I'll teach you a thing or two. You listen here, my dear, you'll be punished so severely if you step out of line. If you cry, it will be double. You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful. Why?
Why? Didn't you hear what we said?
Just you wait for phys ed.
What's phys ed?
Physical education.
It's the touchable speciality.
But
to listen to.
Until you get able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess, you'll soon see. So escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. Cause your life, as you know, is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I'm trapped inside this cage for ages. This living hell. If I try, I can't remember that before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bell. The girl was curious, so it's why I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to settle this, nothing I will teach you. I did it too. You listen here. I did it with conscience of beauty. You said I'm wrong. If you cry, you'll be done. You stay out of trouble. Remember to be extremely careful.
Why? Didn't you hear what we said?
Just you wait for his end. Just you wait for his ABCDEFG. Why? Just you wait for his head.
Good morning, class. My name is Miss Honey, the new teacher, and today's a very special day, your first day at school. Now, do any of you know any of your 2 times tables? Wonderful. Matilda, is it? Please stand and do as much as you can.
2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 11 is 22. 2 times 12 is 24.
Yes, it's very good.
2 times 13 is 26. 2 times 14 is 28. 2 times 15 is 30. 2 times 16 is...
So, how far can you go?
I don't know, but quite a long way, I think.
Do you think you could tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
50. Yes, that's correct. Now, how about this one? This one's much harder, so don't worry if you didn't get it right away. But 2 times 487. If you took your time, do you think that you could...
974.
12 sevens.
84.
She's cheating! Quiet, children, quiet. Let's leave maths for the time being and move on to reading. Now, can any of you tell me what this is? Oh, I found this, honey! Pick me! Yes, Tommy. That's enough for now, Tommy. Leave it there. Don't burst some blood vessel on your first day. Did I do it? No, but very good effort. Oh. Anyone else? Yes, Lavender. Yes.
Is the first word tomato?
No, but tomato's a very good word. Matilda?
I can now read words.
So, Matilda, you can read words?
Yes, I had to learn how to read words to read sentences because, well, sentences are just a bunch of words and if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book by yourself, Matilda?
Oh yes, more than one. I love books. I read quite a few last week.
A few in a week? Why, that's very good. And what kind of books do you like to read?
Well, Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, Tess of the Jubilees, Kim, The Invisible Man, Crime and Punishment, The Lord of the Rings, The Secret Garden, and
and can the hat.
Oh, I know that, miss, I do. I really do.
Knock on the door, Jack. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Knock on the door, Jack. There's nothing to fear. You're being pathetic. It's just a door. You've seen one before. Just knock on the door. Look at you trying to hide me. Standing outside the principal's office like a little girl. It's just pathetic. Look at you hesitating, hands shaking. You should be embarrassed. You're not a little girl. It's just pathetic. Knock on the door. What are you waiting for? Just knock on the door. Perhaps the moment she's probably having a meeting is something it won't to be able to practice if anything caution in these situations and want to avoid confrontation if possible. Up and that later then. But this little girl, this miracle. Knock on the door, just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic.
Enter. Well, don't just stand there like a wet tissue. Get on with it.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull, that is in my class, a little girl named Matilda Wormwood.
Oh, yes, Wormwood. Daughter of Harry Wormwood, owner of Wormwood Motors. Yes, excellent man. Told me to watch out for the little brat, though. Says she's a real wart.
No, I don't think Matilda's that kind of child at all.
Tell me, Miss Honey, what is our school motto?
Bambinatum est magitum.
Bambinatum est magitum. Children are maggots. In fact, I bet she was the one that placed that stink bomb under my desk this morning. I'll have her for that. Thank you for suggesting it.
No, but I didn't. Headmistress Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense! Haven't I just told you she is a gangster?
She knows her 2 times tables.
So she's learned a few tricks.
She can read.
So can I.
I must tell you, Headmistress, that in my opinion, this little girl should be placed in the top form with the 11-year-olds.
But she's a squib, a shrimp, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot simply place her in the top form with the 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? What about the rules, honey? Rules.
Well, I think that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules. In my school. Look at these trophies, see how my trophies gleam. In the sun I see how they shine. What do you think it took to become English half-growing champion 1969? Do you think in that moment, when my big moment came, that I created the rules with casual disdain? Well, I care. As I stepped up to the circle, did I change my plan? What? As I chopped at my palms, did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off and dream for a minute or two? Do you think I altered or amended my rotation? Do you think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my grunt? Did I grunt like practice already? Not a jot, not a dot. Did I stray from the plot? Not a detail of my thrill was adjusted or forgotten. Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed my
That stupid, nasty, great big question asking how dare they speak to me like that? Who the heck do they think they are, those nasty, flippin', flaming Russians?
Oh, don't tell me. We're not rich.
It's the mileage, they say. They take one look at the first floor and they say the mileage is too high. I told them the reason why the mileage is so high is it's a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
Of course not.
So you lied.
Of course I lied.
And they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I'm not kidding!
I've got her.
What's this? Look! What's wrong with that telly?
She's got no respect, that one. It's all bits and stories. It's a lovely story. Honestly, you should read it.
Well, here's what I think of your lovely book.
Oh, in the library, baby. It's in the library.
Take that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we are. Give it the other one, too.
Now, get down to here, you little stick one.
Do we have any super glue?
In the cupboard. And while you're at it, why don't you stick that stupid book to your stupid head? I'm funny.
Just because you find that life's not parents doesn't mean that you just have to remember it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You must say that's a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right.
Got my eye on you. Boy!
I don't know!
Shut up!
Matilda! 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 I have a question for you. Do all those brains in your head give you a headache? I mean, it's got the hurt all stuffed up in there. No, I think it's fine. I think they just fit. Right. Well, I should stick around just in case. If they start to spill out your ears, you're going to need a lot of help. I'm London, by the way, and I think it's for the best that we become best friends. Someone put a whole can of treacle under the principal's chair. She sat down, and when she stood up, her knickers stayed stuck to the seat. Someone told her I did, but I never. And now she's after me. But that's not right.
You're done, kid. You're finished.
Just wait until the principal gets hold of you, then you'll switch.
Yes, it is. She calls Phineas backpack to delivers all sorcerer and science. She just picked him up, swung him around, and threw him out the window.
Don't listen to them. It didn't happen. They're just trying to scare us.
Matilda, they're saying she's going to put me in the churchy.
Yes, you are sent if you haven't been good, and it's made of spikes and wood, and it isn't quite enough to sit. And even if you could, there were nails on the bottom, so you wish you stood. When the hinges creak and the door is closed, you cannot see squat at the end of your nose. When you scream, you won't know the sound came out, or if the scream in your head even reached your mouth.
Alright, look. When did this happen?
About 20 minutes ago, but why? Oh no, she's coming!
Never mind. Quick, everyone! Lasers! Now!
You separating spleen? Where is the maggot known as Nigel?
He's over there, under those coats. Where he's been for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Yes, you see, well, Nigel suffers from a rare chronic sleep disorder known as narcolepsy. The condition is characterized by the sufferer experiencing bouts of chronic fatigue and falling asleep suddenly without any warning at all. You see, when he fell asleep, we put our coat over him for safety, didn't we? Didn't we?
Oh, yes, we did!
Narcolepsy. He'll probably think he's in his bed when he wakes up.
Is it time for school yet, Mum? Oh, wait a minute, this isn't my bedroom. Hello, Miss Trunchbull.
Amanda Fripp!
Yes, Mr. Trunchbull.
What? I told you about wearing pigtails. I hate pigtails.
But when Mommy wakes up, she says they make me look pretty.
Well, your mother is a twit. Someone make sure that child is still alive, will you? What is your name?
Matilda. Matilda Wormwood.
Wormwood. I should have known. Well, Matilda Wormwood, just so you know, you have just made a very big mistake.
Yes, sir. Completely brand new stock. Yes, sir. Completely different cars. Green it. Is there national grid? Yeah. Somewhere no time green things all over the world. Like let's and snot. Yes, sir. It's a right one. I'll see you then, sir. Bye-bye. Usual.
And that is how you do it. I don't care. Use some super good glue on it, okay?
I think I'll leave it on. Looks like raining nice.
you reckon was that?
What? Poisonous, babe, but you know the interruptions due to my energy flow.
Let Miss Trapley.
Oh, it's Miss Honey. Well, as you know, Matilda is in the bottom class. And children in the bottom class aren't really expected to read.
Well, stop a reason then. God knows we've tried.
Babe, I'm on the zone, I can feel it in my hips. Don't waste this.
Look, Miss Hussey. I'm not a big fan of girls getting all clever pants. I don't should be thinking about makeup and hair dye. I mean, look at you. Take a good long look. Good long look. And then look at me. You chose books. I chose lips.
Please, I'm on fire here.
But Matilda can calculate complicated figures in her head in an instant.
Calculator this.
Her mind's incredible. With a little help from us, she could...
Mind? Command. You really don't know anything, do you? Somewhere along the way, my dear, you've made an awful error. You ought to blame yourself now. Come along. You seem to think that people like people what are clever. It's very quaint, it's very sweet, but wrong. People don't like smarty pants, what go round, claiming that they know stuff we don't know. What you know matters less than the whole you admit what you don't express. Content has never been less important, so you have to be.
Down.
going to march and give them a piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The more that you try, the more you'll just look like a fool. This is not your problem. You've not got the spine. You are a teacher, just go back to school. But this little girl, this miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. And what sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead, she's found me, pathetic little me, and another door closes, and Jenny's outside.
And so, the great day arrived. It was like the entire world had gathered around to see the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage. Everything was arranged by the acrobat system. A brightening woman who used to be an Olympic-class telephone and who loved nothing more than to scare the children of the town. People whispered that in her dark and brooding heart, she resented her sister for both her success and her love. And then, out came the anthropologist in his usual tights and spangly costume. But there was no sign of the acrobat, no glimpse of a shiny white scarf, and instead of the musical fanfare, there was silence as he solemnly strode into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage has been cancelled. No! Yes, and the audience gasped so loud that a passing airplane caught it on its instrumentation and recorded it as an atmospheric phenomenon. Cancelled because my wife is pregnant!
Oh, Matilda!
Absolute silence. You could have heard a fly, but then the audience jumped to its feet and roared in appreciation. The great bee was instantly forgotten, and the applause went on for nearly an hour. Forgotten by everyone, that is, except the acrobat system. When all had quieted down, she stepped forward and produced a contract.
A contract?
A contract you are signed to perform this feat, and perform this feat you shall. I have paid for the posters, the publicity, the catering, the toilet facilities. If I give the crowd their money back, where is my profit? A contract is a contract is a contract. My hands are tied.
Matilda, may I speak to you, please? I'm afraid I've not been too successful in getting others to recognize your abilities, so starting tomorrow, I shall bring in a collection of very clever books for you to sit and read while I teach the others. And if you have any questions, well, I shall do my best to answer them. How does that sound? Matilda, that's the biggest hug in the world. You're going to hug all the airs with me.
Matilda Wellwood! Matilda Wellwood, where is Matilda
Yes,
Wellwood?
Miss Trunchbull?
Aha! So you admit it, do you?
Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
This plot, this foul carbuncle, is none other than a disgusting criminal, a denizen of the underworld, a member of the mafia. This morning, you sneaked, like a servant, into the kitchen and stole a slice of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray.
No, I did not.
Mistress, Matilda's been here all morning.
Standing up for the little spitball, are you? Well, this crime took place before school started. Therefore, she is
Okay, look, I saw the cake, and I was definitely going to sort of make fun of it. Maybe. But just the thing was, I was having trouble with my tummy. You see, the Churchill's cake was so good, I just called it out too quick, and it was beginning to fight back. Oops. See?
But I'm not guilty, I didn't do anything.
You are guilty because you are a crook. You are a fiend, and I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall consign you to the 7th circle of hell, madame. You shall be. You shall be destroyed.
The biggest spell I've ever done. It was the biggest spell I've ever heard. It was the biggest spell I've ever heard about. It's as if the whole world went out with my singular chocolate gas was walking around and drifted across the class. Past Nigel, past Miss Honey, past Matilda, and then as my great big beautiful chocolatey bird, which she never might have thrown, walked into the face of the church.
Bruce or Trotter?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
You liked my cake? Didn't you, Bruce?
Oh, yes, I did, and I'm very sorry.
No. As long as you enjoyed the cake, that's the main thing.
Is it?
Yes, Bob Trotter. It is.
Oh, well, I did. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. marvelous. That makes me so happy. It just fills me with a warm glow in my lower intestine. Have a seat, Bob Brother. Oh, cook! What's the matter, Bob Brother? Lost an appetite? Yes, I'm full. No, you're not full. You're not full until I say you're full. And I say the criminals like you are not full until you're eaten the entire cake. No. You haven't got time for buts. Eat.
But I must know. He's sick.
And he should have thought about that before he made a pact with Satan and decided to steal my cake. Now, eat.
He can't!
Eat.
He surely can't!
Eat. Eat.
Single slice, or even two, Bruce, might have been nice. But even you, Bruce, have to admit, between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size. He can't! He can't! Surely can't! Surely can't! You are the man, Bruce! He might explode! He's quite elastic! He's fantastic! Look at him go! What's taking effect? This must have done, Bruce! What we are expected! You have a word, Bruce! Or maybe a largeness! It's like the TARDIS! Consider only room you're inside! He can't! He can't! Surely can't! He surely can! Oh, man, Bruce! Bruce! Never again be something to abuse when you are meant to lose. We're all Bruce! Bruce! We never told you were time to leave the news. We never told you it was possible. But here it is coming true. We didn't have our cake and eat it too. Bruce! The time has come to put our tummies under use. No excuse, Bruce. Let's out of them. I think you're wrong. The child is loose. Oh, stop giving in. You're almost finished. Whatever you do, how you do, don't give in. Don't let her win. Come on, Bruce, be our hero. Cover yourself in traveling glory.
Too much. It's just too much.
Come on, Bruce. Do it.
Silence!
Never again be something to abuse. But you're a big caboose. We'll call the truce, Bruce. There's nothing wrong with you. I clearly cooked a goose. We never told you what's possible. But here it is coming true. We can have our
Sorry. It's just I was a bit carried away.
Oh, no, that's quite all right, Jenny. We all get carried away sometimes. Even me. Well done, Bob Trotter. Good show. Well, aren't you coming?
What? Where?
Did I forget to mention? That was the first part of your punishment. Yes. There's a second part. And the second part is choking!
Mistress, you can't.
Oh, yes, please, and mistress, you can. Did you really?
think that I would allow myself to be bested by these maggots? What do you take me for, honey? A wimp? A weakling? A fool?
But didn't you ask
I did! I told! You're joking! No!
But that's not right!
Thank you.
I want to see their faces. They're all ugly. Oh, shut up, Oliver, shut up. See that spotlight up there? It's on me, not you, okay? Now, one moment, hang on, give me a second. That's not it, that's not it. With my top snake, yeah, that's right. Oh, it's upside down, okay? Shut up! I would like to make an apology for some of the things that have been going on here tonight. They're not nice things and they're not right things. But, however, I do so state radically that we do not want any children that might be here tonight going home and trying these things out for themselves. I am, of course, talking about reading books. It isn't normal for kids to behave in this fashion. It makes them stinky, sweaty, betty, fatty, and worst of all, gives them precarious to the mind. Now, may I ask you all a question? How many of you here tonight have ever read a book? You right there, bald guy, ugly-looking man right there, in the front row. What's your name? Deaf? Deaf. Okay, deaf. Don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of fat. I'm just kidding. Bookworm, bookworm, nonsense, it's a bookworm. You're a stupid little bookworm. And you read books because you're ugly and stupid and fat. Ah! Oh, you're dumb, you're stupid. And nobody likes you. Okay? So don't think that. Shut up. Go home and cry yourself to sleep, okay? Shut up, girl. Alright, shut up, all of you. All of you, shut up. Now, we'll learn from that, and he'll learn from that. But it won't stop him from reading books, will it? But he'll never raise his hand in a theatre again. Now, may I present you the pinnacle of our achievement as a human species. The reason why we bothered evolving out of unicorns in the first place. Somewhere on a show, I heard that a picture tells 1,000 words. So tell me, if you bother to take a look, it's the equivalent of like lots of books. All I know, I learned from telly, this big beautiful box of facts. If you know a thing already, babe, you can switch channel over just like that. Endless joy and endless laughter, folks living happily ever after. All you need to make you wise, 23 minutes plus advertisement. Why would we waste your energy trying to turn up pages 1, 2, 3? We can sit comfortably on the lovely bubbly, watching people singing and talking and doing stuff. All I know, I learned from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly just how clever, better I am. Take it away, son. I'll get it in. No, you can't learn that for a stupid book. All I know, I learned from telly what to think and what to buy. I was pretty smart already, but now pretty smart, very, very smart. Endless content, endless channels, endless chat on endless panels. All you need to feel dumb without having to really think or nothing. Why would we waste your energy trying to work out fallacies? We can sit happily on the love bumpily, watch people singing and talking and doing stuff. All I know, I love from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell my big telly just how clever fella I am. Who the Dickens is Charles Dickens? Mary Shelley or she sounds smelly? Charlotte Bronte, do not want it. Jane Austen in the compost bin. James Joyce doesn't sound nice. Ian McEwan, I feel like spewing. William Shakespeare, Schmilliam Shakespeare. Moby Dick. Spell it, is it Moby Dick? What have you done? Hey, easy there, Patsy. All together now! All I know, I learned from telly! The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly what a very clever alright! But boy, I love you all. No one.
Matilda's best friend, and there's a part that's coming up that's all about me. Well, not exactly about me, but I play a big part in it. But I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to spoil it for you. Well, alright. What I do is I volunteer to get the Trunchbull's jug of water, and then... No, I'm not going to tell you anymore because I don't want to ruin it for you. Well, okay, on the way back I find a newt. A newt is like a really ugly lizard that lives in water. So I pick it up and... No, I'm not going to tell you! I'm going to put the newt in the Trunchbull's jug of water. It's going to be brilliant! When I grow up, I will be tall enough to reach the branches that you need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square. And I won't care 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. trying to be a grown-up. And when I grow up, I will hit streets every day, and I'll play with things that moms pretend that moms don't think are fun. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will spend all day just lying in the sun. And I won't care 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed. Each night to be a grown-up. And when I grow up, just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. And when I grow up, just because I find myself in this story, it doesn't mean that everything is written for me. If I think the ending is fixed already, I might as well be saying I think that it's okay. And that's not right. Matilda, how lovely to see you. Are you enjoying school? Oh yes, bits of it anyway. Mrs. Phelps, where is the revenge section? What? Well, we don't have a revenge section. Why, Matilda, is there someone at school who's behaving like a bully? Well, yes, but they're not a child exactly. Oh, Matilda, there's something you need to... Oh, would you like to hear the next part of the story? Story? Did she say story? Hang on. What are you waiting for? Slowly, very slowly, the acrobat wound his shiny white scarf around her husband's neck. For luck, my love, she said, kissing him with the gentlest of kisses. Smile, we have done this 1,000 times. But suddenly, she hugged him with the biggest hug in the world, so hard that he felt she might hug all the air out of him. And so, they prepared themselves for the most dangerous feat ever known to man. The great escapologist had to escape from the cage, lean out and catch his wife with one arm, grab a fire extinguisher with the other, and put out the flames on her specially designed dress within 12 seconds before they could be blown to pieces! Sorry. Go on. The trick started well. The moment that the specially designed dress was set alight, the acrobat swung into the air. The crowd held their breath as she hurled over sharps and spiky objects. 1 second, 2 seconds, they watched as the flames crept up the dress. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, she began to reach her arms out towards the cage. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, suddenly the padlocks pinged open and huge chains fell away. 7 seconds, 8 seconds, the great escapologist's door flung open and he reached out one huge muscled arm to catch his wife and the child. 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds, and
No.
No!
No. Maybe it was the thought of her child. Maybe it was nerves. The escapologists used just a touch too much foam, and suddenly their hands became slippy and, well, she fell.
What? Was she okay? Did she survive?
She broke every bone in her body, except for the ones at the ends of her little fingers. She did live long enough to manage to have a child, but the effort was too great. Love our daughter with all your heart. She's all we ever wanted.
Love our girl with everything. She is everything.
And then she died. And then things got worse.
What worse? No, Matilda, they can't get worse.
I'm afraid they did, because the escapologist was so kind, he never once blamed the evil aunt for what had happened. In fact, he asked her to move in to help look after his daughter. She was nothing but cruel to the little girl, making her wash and iron and cook and clean and beating her if she did a thing wrong. And so, the little girl grew up with the meanest, rudest, horriblest aunt you could possibly imagine. Let's call police. Mrs. Phelps, it's just a story.
What? Oh, yes, of course. Matilda, you're so clever. Your parents must think they won the lottery having a girl like you.
Yes, the Magda say that all the time. They say, Matilda was so very lucky to have you. You're like winning the lottery. See you tomorrow, Mrs. Phelps.
There's only one man I want to do that with.
Right. 155 old big cars on my hands. All polished up. But the mileage on the clock telling the truth that each one of these cars were nakeds. Well, I couldn't very well drive each one of them backwards, could I?
Backwards.
When all of a sudden, I had the most genius idea in the world. I ran to my shop, grabbed me drill, and using my beautiful mind, attached it to the speedometer and whacked it in reverse.
Backwards.
I said, boy, now give your paw a high five. No, come on. There you go, that's it, boy. Our drill's motor whirls in reverse 1,000 times per second. And within a few minutes, I had reduced the mileage on each and every single one of those cars to practically nothing. And I did it to every single one of them.
Backwards.
That's a good boy, Michael. Stop talking now.
Then 10 minutes later, those stupid, nasty, great big question asking, ape-faced, ugly, stupid Russians show up in their dark sunglasses and their expensive suits and their great big guns. Don't know who they thought they were.
Oh, Russians are nocturnal. I saw it on a program last night.
That was Badgers. It was a
So she suffered in silence. This only encouraged the woman to greater cruelties, until one day she exploded. You are a useless, filthy, nasty little breed. She beat her and threw her into a dank, dark, dusty cellar, locked the door, and went out. But that day, the escapologist happened to come home early. When he did, he heard the sound of his daughter's tears, and he couldn't stand it. And suddenly, he burst the door open.
Matilda, I got you that book we spoke about. Like you read it.
What are you doing with that book, woman?
It's for Matilda.
Oh, no, it's not. Not on my watch. You see, there is an age for reading, and there is an age for being a filthy little toad. These are toads. Aren't you, Bob Trotter?
Mrs. Trunchbull.
Yes, Mrs. Trunchbull. Only Bob Trotter here is now a good little toad. Sit. It has become increasingly clear to me, Miss Honey, that you have no idea what you are doing. You believe in kindness and fluffiness and books and stories. But that is not teaching, Miss Honey. To teach the child, we must first break the child. Quiet, you nuggets!
But no one was speaking.
Miss Honey, please understand that when I say quiet, you maggots, you are entirely included in that statement. Someone fill up my jug of water.
I will, Miss Trunchbull.
Disgusting. Flabby. Revolting. Revolting! I say. Well, I think it's high time we toughened you all up with a little bit of phys ed. This school of late has started reeking. Quiet, maggots, while I'm speaking. Reeking of the most disturbing scent. Only the finest nostrils smell it, but I know it too well. It is the odor of rebellion. It's the bouquet of dissent. And you may bet your pretty cis headmistress finds this foul odoriferousness wholly olfactorily insulting. So to stop the stenches I find the section of his head starts the merely rank from our revolting. The smell of rebellion comes out in the sweat, and phys ed will get you sweating, and it won't be long before I smell the wrong of aiding and abetting. A bit of phys ed will tell us who has a handful of rebellious plots. Held, just like the rotten egg floats to the top of a bucket of water. The smell of rebellion, the stench of rebellion, the reek of insubordination.
I can take it anymore. 1, 2, 3,
the funk of mutiny and action.
But that's not right.
For a week, it comes to big and crazy. You really need to keep it in the bad position too. Before the worms must turn, must spring the dirt, and whip it from the mud. A whip of insertion.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Weakness and protest. The fucking defiance in the era.
1, 2, 3,
The want of anarchy and protest. Once we've exercised these demons, they shall be tuned for scheming. Some double time discipline should stop the rot from setting in. Alright, let's step it up now, double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline, control, discipline, commitment, whispering in history, the chapter, and that is time to stand up of discipline. Rigidity and discipline, consistently distancing and the suffering and referendum of the rules to it. The basic teaching is an issue of things there is no history of the last the art of passion, mistress against discipline. This man of rebellion, still shall revolt, a reek of free. There's a plotting with no resistance, wrong dissent, a bug, a moral fiber rotting. Imagine a world with no children. Close your eyes and just dream. Imagine you're trying the peace and the quiet, the bubbling stream. Now imagine the woods with a cottage, and inside that cottage we find a dwarf called Zeke, a carnival freak who can build paper hats with his mind. And he says, don't let them steal your horses. smell, just like I said. The stinking maggot rears its head. Even the squilliest, hideous mess can harbor seeds of stickiness. You ever seen anything more repellent? You ever smelt anything worse than smell of rebellion? The sticks never reverse. Sickening stinks away.
Guys, look, I found the newt. This is the newt. It's the newt. I'm going to put the newt in the trunk.
Silence!
I don't think this is teaching at all. I think it's just cruelty.
That is because you, Miss Honey, are pathetic. You are wet. You are weak. You are, in fact, a sniveling little newt. Oh, a newt. Oh,
What
it's
is
hideous.
it? Oh, it's disgusting. It just Children, quiet, please.
You,
What? No, it wasn't me.
you corporate,
No, I
you
didn't.
vile, repulsive, malicious little sinner.
No, stop, I didn't do it.
Stop, maggot, we're only just getting started.
Please, you'll pull her ears off.
I have discovered, Miss Honey, through many years of experimentation, that little children's ears do not rip, they stretch. In fact, I think I can feel these ones stretching now.
Leave her alone, you big fat bully!
You. How dare you? You are not fit to be in this school. You ought to be locked up in the deepest, darkest, dankest cell of the most treacherous prison. I shall have you strapped to a trolley and wheeled out of this school with a muzzle over your mouth. I shall crush you, I shall pound you, I shall dissect you, madam. I shall strap you to a table and perform experiments on you. You and all of these other treacherous maggots will suffer the greatest indignities because of you. Yes, you!
Have you ever wondered, well I have, about how when I tasted bread, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means in my head when someone says red. And if we are traveling at almost the speed of light, and we're holding a light, and that light would still travel away from us at the full speed of light, which seems right away. What I'm trying to say, I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head I'm not just being different from some of my friends. These answers come into my mind a bit. These stories delivered to me fully written, and everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting. The noise in my head is incredibly loud, and I wish they just stop. My dad and my mom in the telly, and the stories would stop with just once. And I'm sorry if I'm not quite explaining it right, but the noise becomes anger, and the anger is light, and this burning inside me would usually fade, but it isn't today. And the heat and the shouting, and my heart is pounding, and my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything is quiet.
says Matilda, and you, standing there like the squid of squids, ready to beat heart. But I will tell you, madame, that I am a match for you. There is no punishment I shall not inflict, no discipline I shall not teach, no precious ear I shall not stretch, no finger I shall not What is it? What is it? Oh, it's going north. I've got to newt up my skirt. 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 I've got to newt up my skirt.
Interesting. I think we better go home while we still can. Matilda. Watch. Matilda, watch, please.
I moved it with my eyes. Am I strange?
How would you fancy a nice cup of tea?
What do you think it is? The thing with my eyes?
I can't say that I know it, but I don't think you should be frightened of it. I think it has something to do with that incredible mind of yours.
You mean there's no room in my head for all my brains, so they just have to squish out through my eyes?
Well, not exactly. It's something like that. You certainly are a special girl, Matilda. I've met your mother. She's interesting. What about your father? Is he proud to have a daughter as clever as you?
Oh yes, he's very, very proud. In fact, he's always saying that. He's like, I'm very proud of you, Matilda. We're so proud to have a daughter that's It's not true, Miss Honey. He doesn't feel it at all. And he calls me a liar, cheat, and a nasty little creep.
I see. Well, here we are. Shall we swing home?
Miss Honey, are you poor?
Well, yes. Yes, I am.
Don't they pay teachers very much?
Well, they don't, actually, but I'm even poorer than most for other reasons. You see, I used to live with my aunt, but one day I came across a soap shed and I just completely fell in love with it. I ran to the farmer that owned it and begged him to let me move in. He thought I was mad, but he agreed. I've lived here ever since.
But Miss Honey, you can't just live in a shed.
I'm not strong like you, Matilda. You see, my father died when I was young. Magnus was his name. He was very kind, but when he was gone, my aunt became my little guardian. She was a meaning fool I can hardly imagine. When I got my job as a teacher, she presented me a bill for looking after me all those years. She'd written down everything, every electricity bill, every tea bag, every tin of beans. She made me sign a contract that said I had to pay her back every penny, and she even produced a document that said that my father had given her his entire house.
But did he really? Magnus, I mean, did he really just give her his entire house?
I don't know, but I find it hard to believe. Just like I cannot believe he would have killed himself, which is what she said happened.
You think, Miss Honey, you think she did him in, don't you?
I cannot say, Matilda, but all I know is that years of being bullied by that woman made me, well, pathetic. I was trapped. babe. On the floor I can stand my own 2 feet. On this chair I can write my lessons. On this pillow I can dream my nights away. And this table, as you can see, that's perfect for tea. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough. On these walls I hang wonderful pictures. Through this window I can watch the seasons change. By this lamp I can read, and I am set free. When it's cold outside I feel no fear. Even fiercest storms I am warmed by a small but stubborn fire. There is nowhere I would rather be. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. For this is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. For this is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough.
Don't cry, don't feel my fear.
It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. Is this your father's scarf? Yes, it is. My mother gave it to him before she died. She was an acrobat. Yes, and my mother, my father, he was a seismologist.
So they were your parents?
Who?
The people in my story.
What story?
I've been telling a story, and I thought I was making it all up, but it's real. It's your life, Miss Honey. I've been seeing your life.
You've seen my life?
She did it in. Madness, we have to call the police.
We can't, you have no evidence.
But you can just tell him, she did it.
So when Matilda
contract is a contract.
Miss Trunchbull.
In this world, children, there are two types of human being. There are the winners, and there are the losers. You see, I play by the rules, and I win. But if I play by the rules and I do not win, then something is wrong. Something is not right. And when something's not right, you have to put it right. Even if it screams. What are you looking at?
You.
Today, children, we are going to have a very special spelling test. Any child who gets a single answer wrong will go to choking. You spell I don't know. Newt.
Newt. N-E-W-T. Newt.
What?
Miss Honey taught us. She's very good at teaching.
Nonsense. She's too soft and peachy to be good at anything. Any moron could see that. You stand up, turn around, and spell the one single thing you all are. Revolting.
Revolting. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. Revolting.
You're cheating.
Of course she's not cheating, she's simply spelling the words.
But these specks of dust cannot be this clever. They are words.
I've taught them, that's all, with love and care and respect.
How dare you bring those words into my classroom? You, snot-nosed, bald-brain, spell agenecameleseptulerosis.
But that's not a word, you made that up.
Spell! Or go to choking. And I should warn you, it has silent letters. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie dear. I'm so sorry. It was a silent Z. You're going to choking!
Cat. C-A-F. Cat. There. I spelled it wrong, miss. You'll have to put me in choking too.
What?
Dog. B-H-C. And me.
What is this?
Tim. M-Y-X-L-B-N.
Stop this at once.
Banana. G-T-A-B-B-L.
Stop this immediately. Do you hear me?
Maggots. A-G-C-E.
Sit down.
Stand-up. S-C-U-O-O-O-O. 14. B-I-B-A-N.
I demand order.
Big Bad Bully. P-Y-T-B-X.
You can't put us all in choking, miss. You're going to have to put me in choking too, miss. You maggots! Did you really think I hadn't thought of that? Oh, cook! I've been busy! That's right! And there's more where that came from. A turkey for each and every one of you! And now that our little spelling test is over, you all have failed! Because you see, in this world, children, there are two types of human being. There are the winners, and there are the losers. And I am a winner!
Chalk! Look! The chalk! What? It's moving! It's moving! Look, it's writing something!
Who's doing that? The sun! Stop that!
Not doing anything.
Stop this immediately! Magnus? Magnus, that can't be. What is this? I demand you to stop this immediately! What is this? Please! Stop this at once! Do you hear me? Stop it! I demand order! No, it can't be.
that her parents' will had mysteriously turned up, and she was now the owner of the beautiful old house that, up until that moment, had been owned by the evil aunt, one Agatha Trunchbull. And she moved in immediately, and she was happy, the happiest she had ever been in her entire life.
As for Miss Agatha Trunchbull, she was never seen again. The trophies were immediately destroyed and a new headmistress took over.
And her name was Miss Honey, and it was said to be the best school in all the land.
But do you know something else? Matilda was never again able to move things with her eyes. I thought it was because she was being challenged, but she said it was because she no longer had a need for superpowers. But sometimes I would look at that little girl who did so much to help others, but was stuck with parents who were mean and cruel. I just wish I could do something.
So, this is the end. And I wish so much that I could tell you that the story has a happy ending. I wish so much that I could tell you that Matilda got the love she deserved. But perhaps the truth is that not every story has a happy ending.
Don't just stick it going.
Wait, but why? Because this idiot, this nitwit, this twin brain, decided it would be a good idea to sell 155 knackered old mega cars to the Russian mafia.
I didn't know they were the Russian mafia. Did I? Now, come on, boy. We're going this place. We're never coming back.
Let Matilda stay here with me.
I beg your pardon.
Mr. Woodward, I would love to take Matilda. I would take care of her with love and respect, and I would pay for everything. Would you like that, Matilda?
You mean leave old daughter here with you?
Did you just call me? You'll be here any minute. Dad, you just called me your daughter. They're here with you. Somebody try to move.
What have they done to my leg? My beautiful leg!
Yes.
Where is your father?
He's I don't know.
The wormwood is stupid, man. And being stupid, it assumed I was stupid too. And that is very, very stupid and rude thing to do.
Well, I'm afraid my father is quite rude and very, very stupid.
You know this. Well, at least there is one smart one in the family. What is your name, little girl?
Matilda?
I like you, Matilda. You seem smart. Unfortunately, in my line of work, I cannot say that often. The people I deal with, they're thinking it's all backwards.
Backward.
I like this one. I dodged the putney scribble made such a good start. Приятно познакомиться с такой молодой башкой.
Спасибо.
Mnie to, że pijana poznakомita pisanie.
Ty gabriesz po Ruxy?
Tak.
Matilda, who taught you how to speak Russian?
Well, I was reading this Russian book and I thought it would be better to read it in the language it was written in.
I said it is an honor to meet you, Miss Matilda Revolt. Your father has been very stupid and rude to both of us, yes. Well, I can very easily have my friends teach him some manners. And one day, when he leaves hospital, he may still be stupid, but not so good, I think. I give this as my gift to you. What do you say?
Well, Mr. Say, it's very, very tempting offer. But he is my father, and I'm his daughter, and, well, I think I've had enough of revenge.
This little girl, this miracle,
Я думал, вы сказали да.
Тоже я думал, сказали да.
Да. Matilda! Я сказал Matilda! What is wrong with you people?
It's English, my господа.
Извините. Whatever. Your father is very stupid. Look at him. But he's also very lucky to have you as his daughter. But if I have to be doing business here again, and I see him, he will not be so lucky. Those they done.
Leave her here. Do you want to stay here, Miss Honey?
Yes,
And you'll take care of her?
I will.
And you look after her? You feed her, give her a good place to sleep?
Yes.
Well, we're sort of we've just threw a minute here. So I guess you can stay in, Miss Honey.
Thank you.
sped away.
Because they had found each other.
Yes, they had found each other. The end.
here today. Could I please see an Andrea Campfield? Is she present? Come on up here, double time. Now, we have a little something prepared for you. Your own private chocolate cake, as well as your own award. Andrea Campfield, everybody.